What's up? What is up? What is up? Freezing. It's cold. I think the thermostat's completely jacked up in our house. It says it's 81 degrees in here, Fahrenheit, or freedom units if you're chaotic old boar from Australia. And it's like freezing. It's definitely not 81 degrees. So I think there's something jacked up with the thermostat. Kyle Johnson, hey, what's up? Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. You're in here a lot, which is awesome. Thank you. How is everyone? Me and my girl got woken up to at 8 a.m. to smoke alarms going off in our entire building. Dang. I'm guessing it was a little warmer there than it was at my house then, because mine's freezing. Not on fire, for sure. Hopefully everything's good, though. What's up? Great here. Hey, Brian. Yo, man, how's it going? It's going good. Starting to actually get over being sick. A little bit stuffed up still, but feeling good. Have you seen the video for Devin Townsend Evermore? No, I have not. The only Devin Townsend things that I've seen are the ones that I've done videos on so far. Except for his, a couple of his little vlog type things, or like the behind the scenes of this Empath record. I saw, I think, the first 3 of those episodes so far. Need to get caught up on that. No fire, no reason other than to annoy us. That's shitty. At least there wasn't a fire. That's a good thing. I'd rather get woken up to a fire alarm and there not be my building on fire if I had the choice. Christopher Williams, got myself a guitar. What kind of guitar did you get? Have you checked out the rest of Whitechapel's record that just dropped? No, I have not. I've only seen or heard the 2 songs that I've done videos on by them. And really, really impressed. Definitely am going to check out more of their stuff, though. Do you like the band Carnival? Never heard of them. That I know of, anyways. Do check it out. Animated cat restaurant? Astronaut. Animated cat astronaut. Oh. Finally got a chance to listen to the Whitechapel album. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. I've heard I watched an interview the other day with their singer, and I think one of the guitar player. I'm not sure exactly who in the band he is, but I'm assuming he's one of the guitar players. That's normally who does press and stuff. And he was talking about the record. They were both talking about like their favorite songs off the record and stuff like that. And both of them said, I can't remember the name of the song, Third Dimension or something like that, was both of their favorite songs. I haven't heard that one yet. One of the bands I did not long ago, it's, let's see, I Prevail. I've been listening to that song, Bow Down, like a lot. I really, really like it. So I'm pretty interested to hear more of their stuff. I guess they just dropped their brand new CD as well. But I really, really like how that like plays with. It's not just like straight heavy, but it is really heavy. I like stuff like that. Melody in it, but also heavy. They got a sweet breakdown in the middle. like how it does that little step down thing. You have to check out Between the Buried and Me, Ants of the Sky is a good song to show their range. They've been suggested quite a bit. I know they're like a pretty well-known band. I need to get to them at some point. Gibson Maestro, it's okay too. Waiting for Chaotic Old Boars in here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for always being here. Third Depth. Yeah, Third Depth. That's the one they were talking about. And they both said that was their favorite song off the whole album, so kind of excited to hear that. If the two that I've heard already are that good, and that one's not even their favorite. You into old school Swedish death metal? I wouldn't really. I don't know. I prefer, like, things I prefer are like, I guess you would say more like metalcore type stuff, or like the new kind of metalcore that are like mixed with like gent style, or that's what I've heard them described as anyways. Like, I couldn't tell you what genre or subgenre I like, because I like a lot of stuff as long as there's like good talent and like good production and stuff like that. I don't know the terms for all the different subgenres and stuff like that. I just like good music. If it's good, sounds good, plays good, then I'll probably like it. I've been jamming a lot of Rise of the North Star lately. Never heard of them, I don't think. I went and did a little bit of basic filming yesterday. I filmed a couple what is up people of the internet at a local recreation spot. Nice. I'm gonna put up a poll for that pretty soon, and see who all would be interested in doing that. I'll set up an email account where you guys can send in video clips. For Between the Buried and Me, check out some of their older stuff first. Their newest stuff is way more progressive. The roots are in metalcore. Nice. I'm pretty sure that's what I know them from, the name. Back in the day, like Killswitch Engage and all them, they were my like favorite bands. Parkway Drive, Killswitch Engage. And I remember hearing their name with that sort of group. I just never really listened to them. Well, obviously I'm interested. I think that would be cool. A cool thing to do, to include you guys in the intros, since I'm like mixing it up random things all the time. If you don't know what he's talking about, I had the idea, and I threw this out the last live stream, I'm pretty sure it was, that like how I start off every single video saying, "What is up, people of the internet?" in some weird way. I'll create like a email address and give it out to you guys, and you guys can film yourself in like a funny way, or like get a group of people to do it or something like that. Something that actually would be cool to put in the video, and then I will take your guys' video clips and start using them as the intro for my videos. So you guys like get featured in the very beginning of the video. I think that would be a cool thing to do. For one, I'd be able to see you guys and have a little bit of fun like with you guys, send in the video clips. I think it'd be cool. They mesh styles of all kinds, so it's hard to put them in a genre. Yeah, there's a lot of bands doing that these days, which is good. I like people that kind of all over the place. Not like all over the place in a weird way, but like able to pull off a bunch of different sounds. Some people will just get stuck. I expect like for Whitechapel, those guys were talking about in that interview that they like bands that can actually like progress, and that's something they wanted to do with this album was actually progress a little bit. And they knew that like some people wouldn't like it, some people would be offended that they might change up their sound slightly, but that's just being a mature songwriter. You got to progress, or else you get bored out of your damn mind doing it. Especially playing how many shows a year and all the time on the road, playing those same songs every night, or not every night, but you know, you gotta keep things interesting for yourself as well. Been jamming a lot of Killswitch lately, as well as those guys are kind of band that get better as time goes on. I've always liked Killswitch. Like, I listen to them anytime. I downloaded Spotify recently, and I've been listening to a lot of like they have different stations and like Killswitch Radio and stuff like that. If you put that in, it's like my whole childhood growing up years in a playlist. It's fucking awesome. I'm not knowledgeable on the newer metalcore slash deathcore stuff or even gent. I'm old, so I was getting into heavy shit when death metal first started. I'm not good with names of bands or like names of songs or genres or anything like that. Like I don't base my opinion off of a label or something like that. Like I listen to a bunch of different kinds of music, like a lot, not just hard music or not just like metal or anything. So my influences come from all over the place, which is why my music is spread out a little bit instead of just being one certain thing. You could use them for songs that we have requested. Telling everyone in here, if you haven't listened to Between the Buried and Me, they're musical geniuses. Maybe a band like Linkin Park could be called mesh rock. Norma Jean, I've heard them a couple times suggested, or seen them suggested, I guess, not heard. Buckethead has a very nostalgic Killswitch. Yeah, I used to listen to a couple by Buckethead back in the day, like whenever he had the song on Guitar Hero that like went really really big, like people that wouldn't normally be into that music were into that song, just from Guitar Hero. That's about the only time I've really ever heard it though. But he's a very very good guitar player, that's for sure. I feel like that sort of thing though, you kind of like got to be in the mood to listen to, like just or me anyways, like just guitar music. Like I have to be in that sort of mood to really listen to it and get down with it. I'm more of a overall song dude. If you haven't noticed from my comments on things, I mean, guitar players that like just go crazy or drummers that are like, I really like watching that, but like I have to be in that mood to just hear some badass instrument. I would prefer, like, my normal preference would be like a good song, a well written song, whether that's a heavy song or a light song or whatever. Fixation on the Darkness is my favorite Killswitch Engage track. That is definitely not mine. That is a good song. But I don't know what would really be my favorite. I'd have to revisit a lot of Killswitch and figure that out. Killswitch is one of the bands that I would like to do some cover songs of pretty soon. I've always wanted to cover some of their songs. I used to play them all the time, like in my room as a teenager. Used to put on one of their albums, and I would learn every song on it and just start it and play all the way through it. John Huff is in here. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. I think Element of One may be one of my favorite Killswitch tracks, though. I suck with names. I can't remember the names of anything, like song titles and stuff like that. So I would definitely have to check and make sure what I was thinking was correct. I can't remember. It would probably be something. I can't even remember the album name. Like I'm horrible with names of things. I like a lot of their music. Like they're another band where I can start an album and just listen to the whole thing all the way through without having to skip anything, which is what I really, really like. I do like some songs better than others, but they have like there's never been a Killswitch Engage song so far that I've heard and been like, no, skip, turning this off. Calming down after just saw Josh Emmett knock Michael Johnson into Neverland. Neverland. That's funny. There's a cool piano cover of Rose of Sharon that's interesting. Nice. I like stuff like that, like piano covers, and I talked about this I think the last stream or the one maybe before. There's a lady on YouTube that's doing like covers of metal songs on a harp, and it sounds fucking crazy, like crazy. A harp, and she's like flying all over the place doing all this stuff. It's awesome. Definitely look it up if you're interested in that sort of things. I can say this is my favorite track, then I hear another song and be like, well, maybe I like this one more. That's how I am all the time. I think my favorite would kind of depend on what mood I was in. Like some of their softer stuff, like more melodic stuff. Sometimes I'm into that. Sometimes the harder ones. That's pretty much with anything though, like whatever your mood is at the time. Oh man. Lips chapped. At least I can breathe halfway now. It was like 3 days where my head was like a cement block. There's an awesome piano cover of Ghost Love Score by It's Worth a Look. Nice. This is completely off topic, or kind of off topic. There's a acapella group called Pentatonics. I'm sure pretty much everyone's heard of them, but their old bass voice dude, his name is Avi Kaplan or something like that. His name is AVI, and then his last name is KAPLIN, I think. He's good. His voice is really, really good. He has like that he's a bass singer. So he has like that real full awesome tone to his voice. But he's been making music on his own now, and he just released a new video and song the other night. It's really, really good. Real good. I love that guy's voice. I don't know if anyone else is into acapella sort of things, but and he can do overtone. Yeah. Yes. He's good. I really like if I could choose like if you could go buy a tone for your voice, his would be the one I would choose. Like his voice is super smooth and his music on his own is like it's his original music and it's like how would you describe it's almost like folk music kind of. It's I guess that would be the best way to describe it. It's almost like feels like a tribal folk song kind of. It has almost like a chantiness to it. And the video is really cool. He's in some house and he looks like he's grown his hair out even longer and he's got a bigger beard now. And the video he's in like some wooden cabin or something like that and there's like this orange light coming through the windows and stuff. It's really good. Really good. If you're into that sort of thing, if you like that dude, definitely check it out if you haven't. I don't even know what the song's called because I suck with names, as I said. As far as just guitar goes, have you ever listened to Angel Vivaldi? No, I don't think. I mean, I've heard the name, but not that I know of, like to just sit down and listen to. I would love to have his voice. My granddad sounded like Andre Bocelli. Was he? Just discovered. I don't even know how or to attempt to say that name. The dude's nuts. I don't know who that is. There's a French band I just found named My Secret Safe. Their track Lost Paradise is maybe one of the heaviest tracks I've ever heard. Thought the guy was just going to start breathing fire. That's funny. I hope the Knights of Ren make an appearance in 9. I would almost 100% bet that they will. The good news is about Star Wars, there's only 11 more days until the Star Wars celebration in Chicago. So hopefully, for the love of God, we get something. Trailer, first look. It would be cool if they actually put the Knights of Ren in the trailer, but they probably won't. Or maybe they will. We'll get a title at least. I'm sure. I think if they didn't release the title or something, there would probably be a riot at this point. I just can't wait because as soon as anything's released, there's going to be like a whole new wave of like people, theories and stuff like that. That's something I look like whenever I'm laying down to go to sleep, I look up like Star Wars theories and shit like that. And there's been nothing. nothing at all. So then like you hear the same or see the same thing 9,000 times over and over again, and then people just get bored with it and start writing dumb stuff. I I, I like that sort of thing. Speculation. Have you done any new tracks? For my music, I have not yet, but, well, I guess technically I have. Me and my friend Below Average Hiker that's normally in here, he came down and recorded the vocals for the 2 acoustic cover songs that we're doing. And we did, if you don't know, we did One More Light by Linkin Park, and also Snuff by Slipknot, acoustic covers of both of those. I did all the music and all the recording and everything, and he did the vocals. He came down to my house, recorded the vocals here in this room, and holy shit, man. Like, I know everyone always says this about their own music and stuff, but it seriously sounds way better than I even expected it to, and my expectations are pretty high. Is it up on the channel? Not yet. I filmed video for it. I filmed him singing, and then I filmed some guitar stuff and all that stuff, and I'm editing the video together. I was doing that actually right before I started the stream. The first one I'm going to release is One More Light, and I really hope that people actually click on this and watch it, because it's fucking awesome. Like, it's really, really good. Jesse did a super, super good job on the vocals. A lot of harmonies and a lot of stuff that weren't in the original with him. He's a very, very good singer. Very good. Actually, you know what? I'll show you guys a little teeny tiny snippet of it. I don't want really anybody to hear very much of it before it comes out, because it's really, really good, and I want it to be like a good surprise for everyone. But you guys are in here, you're always supporting me. I want to show you a little snippet. I'll show you a tiny little bit here. This is the intro. There's a little tiny bit. I'll show you a little tiny bit of his vocals. If the moment is a wings out, a million stars, yes, if one were me. There are things that who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If the moment is all we are. Woo! It's going to be really, really good. Really, really good. Hold on, show you a little bit more. The second verse. Reminders overflow from your feet. In the kitchen, one more chair than you need. I really like this part. Oh, and you're angry, and you should be. It's not fair. Anyways, that's all I'm going to show you. It's going to be really good. The video is going to be really, really cool. Just make sure you watch it and make sure this is going to be something I'm going to beg you guys basically to share as much as possible. Like, this is the sort of thing that I feel like could really take off and go somewhere. So that is going to be coming out real soon. Probably my plan is at least by next weekend, probably before, if I can get it all the way edited as good as I want it to be. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about that. Also, like I've talked about a couple times, starting to put out acoustic covers and like hard metal covers and stuff like that. And then like my own original music, my own original arrangements of songs and stuff like that. I feel like that is going to give me a lot better chance of collaborating with other people, for one, and like people can actually like see my talent and like Jesse's talent, and that's a lot more shareable content than a reaction video. I like doing the reaction videos and it's searchable stuff for sure, but I feel like doing this sort of thing on top of that as well, I can have like a mixture of different content and not just be a one-trick pony. And I think, by the way, I have a Facebook page for Alone Above Earth, and I haven't really done anything with that forever. I think I'm gonna actually like make that active again for anyone on Facebook, and then whenever these videos start coming out, I think I'm gonna put some advertisements for those videos up on Facebook and try to get it to take off a little bit. I'm really, really excited about that. And there's gonna be a lot of different stuff, not just acoustic covers, but acoustic covers sound really, really good, and especially if you take people's like songs they love, like One More Light, for instance, something that has a lot of emotion, very good song, very well written, a lot of actual meaning in it, stuff that people can actually latch onto and make it good. And that's one thing. Make sure you context tag that. Yeah, tags are something I do a lot. But I feel like the people that are doing covers of songs these days. So take the Leo guy from Frog Leap Studios. We've talked about him a couple times in these live streams before. I feel like his videos are entertaining, but the actual recording and the actual song itself isn't the actual best. Like if that makes sense. I don't want to come off as an asshole with that, but like he does like entertaining content, and I feel like a lot of people that do cover songs and stuff like that, that's what they do. Just like with the reaction videos, a lot, I would say 99% of the people who do reaction videos get in front of the camera and act like a complete jackass and do that for attention and for views, instead of like actually putting thought into it and actually like, you know, I've watched a couple of that Leo guy's videos and they're like entertaining. He's like funny, and that's good. I like that sort of thing. But beyond that, like, I don't know how to explain, I guess, what I'm saying, but I would like to do like the highest quality stuff, just like I do with these review videos, like professional, like me, I guess, up to a standard of audio quality, like you would believe this if it was on the radio, sort of thing. Like, not just a funny, silly video. And I'm sure I'll do some like that, like some song that calls for that sort of thing, but every video definitely wouldn't be like that. And I don't know if that makes sense. Get us the content and we will share it. It'll be out soon. As soon as I get the video for that song edited, it will be up. That's the thing that takes the freaking longest is editing. I like him in small doses. His sound can get a little samey after a while. Leo, that is. Yeah, that's kind of what I was like. His voice, like he's entertaining. Like that's what I would describe his YouTube channel as. Like, and I haven't watched a whole bunch. Like, as a disclaimer, I haven't watched a whole bunch of them, but like I've checked out several different people that are doing that sort of content to see what all people are doing, and from what I got from it was like it's pretty much just entertainment value. Like just basically the same as the reaction videos and stuff like that. Pretty much most content on YouTube, I guess. It's basically just entertainment value. It's not like actual good songs and like actual good instrument playing and like actual really good recording and stuff like that. It's like, here's a song, have fun, basically, which is cool if you're into that sort of thing, which obviously he's doing way, way better than I am. So maybe that's where the secret comes in. But I don't think anyone would really hear him and be like, man, that guy's a great singer. You know? Like his voice and like I don't know. I don't know. He does do like a real good job of being everything though. Like he plays drum, like that kind of reminds me of myself. He plays drums, he plays guitar, he does the bass, he does the vocals. So he is talented, very talented. But from the couple that I've heard, I wished that the actual music was a little bit higher quality, I guess. I'll have to check out some more. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video on him or something, or some one of the other ones. Maybe get him to watch it or something. And that's I guess another way, like I could have my music up on the channel, examples of my work and what I can do, and then I can also do some review videos of other people doing that sort of thing, their covers or something, and like act like how I normally review videos, like the actual recording quality and like what they actually did with the song versus the original song and stuff like that. And maybe get one of them, the bigger channels, to actually watch it, my review, maybe take some of my criticism. Maybe they don't like it, maybe they do like it, and work together or something. I don't know. That would be awesome. Mick's in here. Thanks for joining. We've only been doing this for 39 minutes, so you ain't too late. Haven't even broke out the guitar yet. I did, however, show a tiny snippet of our acoustic cover of One More Light, which you missed, which is sad because it's really, really good. Hello from Finland. Hello from the United States. Thanks for joining from Finland. I'll rewatch the stream later. Awesome. Replay value. I don't know how many people, I don't really ever go back and check how many people actually watch the replays of the stream. I feel like with live videos, a lot of what you get is the people watching originally. They don't have as big of a replay value. I guess I'm just not that interesting to a lot of people. One of these days, though. Anyone listen to Trivium and their redo of Pillar of Serpents? I had a couple people tell me I should do that. I should do a video on that song. But I haven't ever heard the original yet. Glad to be here and just chill with a beer and some fellow music fans. Just back from my best buddy's house. His dad passed away this morning. That sucks. I hate that whole area of life. The other part of life, death. Can't have one without the other. But it sucks. Sorry to hear that. Tell your bud or your buddy that we all good positivity his way. We endure no matter what. Exactly. I'm going to go ahead and bust out some guitar action. If you guys are into that sort of thing, if you want me to play. That is, I guess. I won't do it if you don't want me to, but most of the time it's wanted. Let's see, what do I want to play first is the real question. I haven't warmed up at all yet. Which is like the common theme now. I think like the past 5 live streams I haven't even warmed up and just started playing. I'll start off with one that has Jesse singing on it. If any of you are ever in Dublin, we're having a couple of pints. Hopefully one day I'm in Dublin. UFC keeps distracting me. Nice. I don't really watch too many UFC fights. Any thoughts on the new Whitechapel album? I've heard those two songs and really liked both of them. Is this Solution 45? It's not. Everything that I play on my streams is my own music. I enjoyed the hell out of it, John. Very diverse, something for everyone on there. Much better than their last album. Hey Mick, by the way, the next acoustic cover that Jesse would like to do, he threw that out the other day to me, was Hickory Creek by Whitechapel. So that might be one of the songs that we do a cover of soon. Hell yeah, that sounds like a winner. I thought it'd be pretty cool. I listened to that several times so far. After he said that, I listened to it quite a few times, and I think we could do some cool stuff with it. I think I can do anything cool. Woo! Man. Life and beer have made me lazy. That guitar has 24 frets. That guitar does have 24 frets. I want to go to Ireland one day. If you watched my Q&A videos, Ireland is one of the places I would like to go. Ireland and Australia. Everything just looks like it would be the coolest. The coolest. We love music and beer here. Ireland and Australia. I thought you didn't like drinking that much. It's practically a national sport in both countries. I'm not against drinking. I'm against alcoholics not being able to control their life. There's a difference. Having a drink is fun. I have a drink every once in a while. Growing up with an alcoholic dad, it's not the funnest. When your life goes out of control for drinking, that's when you should probably back off a little bit. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. It's not the alcohol, just like a lot of things. Not the alcohol isn't the problem. The people and their choices are the problem. Who's Brian need to review next? I don't even know who I need to review next. That'll change your outlook for sure. Contrary to popular belief, we are not all alcoholics. Yeah. I'm not against I'm not against drinking. I don't know who I'm gonna do a video for tomorrow yet. Fire from the gods. Fire from the gods. I'll have to write that down. Or send it to me in a DM on Instagram. That'll work too. I'm forgetful. I know I need to do alien weaponry. I need to do them. That was one of Chaotic Old Boar's first requests. I think Brian should do some of the early. See? I might tackle that song tomorrow. Forgot to follow you on Instagram. How could you forget? It's at the beginning of every video. Did any of you guys who are following me on Instagram see the picture that I put up yesterday? Crazy. We went to an aquarium, like a brand new aquarium around here. Or it's a little ways away. Took the whole family, my brother and his 2 kids, his wife, me, and my whole herd. My mom went. It was a good time, and I got some sweet ass pictures. Like some of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken, for sure. There were some jellyfish. Has a better video. Oh yeah. Starting to get tired. That's when you know you're getting old. See, the whole thing with alien weaponry is I won't be able to pronounce any of the names. Hold on. I mean, they won't look near as good as they do in like normal, but I'll show you some of the photos. Like, it looks real good. Hold on, let me see. There's one. I took that picture. That's all me. That's real good. Hold on, let me. There's another one. There's another one. That's one of my favorite ones. It looks like a crazy ass alien. Crazy. There's some more in here somewhere. Got some sweet shark action. I also got some cool shots. They had these animals in there. Like that. Legitimately looks like I went to Africa and got a shot of an elephant in that picture. Anyways, those turned out good. I'm definitely glad I brought my camera. I also got some sweet video too. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this guitar down for now. Ugh, pop my knuckle. Great photography. Thanks. Thanks. That's what I do. That's what I do. Anybody react to Psycho Stick? I've actually met Psycho Stick and talked to them for like hours at one of their shows. One of my friends' bands. The one that I did, if you check back on my channel, like back before I started doing the reaction videos, there's a show that I played where the band that I was with, we did a whole set as I lay dying. We did a whole show playing all their songs, not all their songs, but a lot of them. And that band that I played with, they're some of my best friends. They opened one of Psycho Stick's shows, and after the show, we hung out with them for a long time, and it was cool. Landscapes are my favorite. Recently posted painting I did in watercolor. First attempt at painting them. I like landscapes. I just can't. Oh yeah. I guess I have the same problem a lot of people do, and like what is around me isn't the best landscape. So I'm from a pretty small town, and there's not anything really here. The only really cool landscape shots that I get are with my drone, and everything pretty much looks cool on a drone. I have gotten some cool I'll show you a couple. I went to my friend that does vocals on my stuff. His name's Jesse. He has a channel called Below Average Hiker. He got married, and he got married in Arkansas, and he hired me to do the photography and stuff for his wedding. So I drove down to Arkansas, did his wedding and all that. In Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And I stopped on the way back. I stopped on the side of the road and took this picture right here. I liked the layers. Like you got the trees in the front, and then this whole layer, and then behind that you got more layers, and behind that even more, and then way back in the background you got even more, and then the way the sky was kind of gradient coming in. It was just like it was cool enough in person, at least, for me to stop on the side of the road on my way back and take that picture. That's what Wales looks like and parts of England. One of these days, I'll travel out of this damn country. I haven't even been to most of the United States, though, so it's going to be a while, probably. I feel like we're losing people here. It seems like sometimes on the live streams there's a lot of people. Sometimes there's like only a couple. Oh, that's all right though. Weekend, everyone drinking. Could be. I don't know. I got bad cell service right now. I'm here just doing some Sunday adulting in my room, cleaning. Quality over quantity. Everybody started leaving when I got here. That happened before, Mick. Maybe everyone just doesn't like you. No, that can't be it. You see the other periphery track drop? Was it the second one? Because I did a video on it. I think. Yeah, I did a video on. I'm pretty sure they've released 2 songs, and I did videos for both of them. Yeah, it's called Garden in the Bones or something like that. I did a video for that. Sunday morning here in UK, might tuck into bed. Get some sleep. Christopher Williams. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Have a good night's sleep or morning sleep. Whatever it is that you're doing. Well, shit, how did I miss that? I don't know how you missed that. But it's there. 3:22 in the morning here. Just jumped over an hour due to summertime adjustment. Nice. We did as well. We got more sunlight now. It's good. Getting warmer. Oh, my mom's in here. Hello, mother. How are you? It's about an old lady's bedtime, ain't it? Or you probably just woke up from a nap. Just long enough to be awake for a few minutes and oh. Low blow. No. It's a joke. She knows it's a joke. We've only got 9 people in here right now. Since everyone hates Mick. Have you been learning anything new on the guitar, Mick, lately? Anything cool? Cool? I wonder if it's lagging. Where is everyone tonight? I don't know where everyone is. Everyone's around the world. Whoa! John Huff. John Huff. John Huff. Look at you. There you go. There you go, Mom. Now she's going to want me to give that money to her. Thank you. You've done that several times, and it never gets any less crazy to me. Thank you. And thank you for also writing the message for my mom as well. $50 super chat. Crazy. Crazy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tried tuning my 7-string to drop A. Didn't really come up with anything, though. Nice. Bravo, John. I agree. Bravo, John. Danielle's in here. Glad you could make it. Thanks for joining. Northern Territory, Australia. One of these days I will hand that to you in person. I hope. Not that you'll give me money, but I hope. I hope I get to meet you guys one day. Hopefully we can grow this thing. We can get all over the place. We can go travel, do some meetups and stuff like that. One day that's going to happen. And it's going to be a blast. Play some shows, meet some people. You guys can come watch, play. You've already heard all the songs, and then after they end, we can all do woo. That'll be a good time. I've played a standard tuning for so long that drop tuning requires a learning curve. It's not too bad. Playing a 7-string, though, you gotta adjust your finger placements for that extra string, which is why I ended up going with the 6-string with the 7-string set of strings. My mom says that's awesome, John, and I agree. Danielle, well, if you happen to come down to Southeast Texas, we can meet. This summer, I might be coming to Texas, by the way. Just maybe. It's probably going to be either Texas or Florida, but once it gets a little closer, I'll let everyone know. He deserves it. In this world of liars and sheep, nice to hear an open, honest opinion. Well, John, if you want to be 100% honest, the honesty is comes from my mom. So that's where I get a lot of that. Basically just saying how things are, not in a hurtful way, but not sugarcoating a lot of things and getting feelings mixed up with facts. That's where I definitely get that from my mom. That's awesome. Houston is decently close to my area. If I come to Texas, I will 100% be in Houston, Texas. You guys probably don't know, but the shirt I'm actually wearing right now is a company called Alphalete, and there's a YouTuber named Christian Guzman. He's more of a fitness YouTuber. I've followed him for like 6 years or more, probably more. Yeah, definitely more. Yeah, more than 6 years. And this is his clothing brand, and he's located in Houston, Texas, and he has a gym there called Alphalete Gym, and I will 100% go to that if I'm in Texas. So go there, work out, have a good time. I'm not sure exactly if I'll be there or not, but I will 100% let you know. I don't know who else is from Texas on here, but it would be cool. Maybe I'll drop tune my ESP LTD and try that. Right now it's tuned to standard B. I'm not real good with gyms, but I'd definitely meet you at a coffee shop or something. I would just said like that is 100% going to be a pit stop of mine if we make a trip all the way to Texas. I'm going to go there and I'm going to try to meet that dude because that dude like helped inspire me a lot to get my ass in gear and get in better shape and stuff. So and he's 24 or 25 years old, multi-millionaire, owns that gym, owns a clothing brand. He's a good inspiration. Yeah. Yeah, he's only like I think he's 24 or 25. He started his YouTube channel when he was like 17 years old or something in college, and then started the clothing brand not too long after that, and then got his gym going, and then moved warehouses and started building. Like his company is like 2.5 years old or something like that, and it just like exploded. My mom is going to go. I just wanted to drop in since I saw you were live. Thank you for all your support for Brian. I second that. Thank you guys for the support. Good night, Mom. Love you too. Go get some sleep. John, bye, Mom. How could you stop listening halfway through? Sarah Longfield does some amazing Slayer covers with a ukulele. A ukulele. I think we talked about ukuleles before in the live stream and how I absolutely hate the sound of a ukulele. John Huff, I have a confession. I can't stop listening to Billie Eilish. Don't hate me. I don't even know who that is. No hate for me. What's some good songs by Billie? Billie Eilish? Is that how you say that? I'm assuming that's like some sort of music that isn't metal, since you're saying that. I'm totally down to listen to a lot of stuff, so you should see me in a crown. I haven't even gotten to disc 2 yet. Let me ask a question. How, I mean, I know I got a lot of songs to get to, but how down would everyone be for me doing other types of music as well, sprinkling them in for reaction or review videos? I've thought about doing that, like pop stuff or anything, basically. Because there's a lot of really good stuff, and there's a lot of actual shit too. So you may get some hate from a small few, but you will actually grow overall. I mean, I listen to all types of music. Like, I listen to everything. Not everything. Like, I don't prefer everything, but like, I listen to a lot of different styles and a lot of different genres, and like, I don't just listen to metal. And I think it would be cool to have like my, musician sort of thing on some pop songs and stuff. Ramstein just not dropped a new track. Yeah, I saw another person though. They got copyrighted and it was blocked worldwide for that new song. So I'm so damn picky when it comes to pop genre. But this is your channel. I'll just skip the stuff I'm not interested in. I like a wide variety of music. You could skip it, or you could watch it, and maybe I'll show you something in it that you might like. That sounds like a better idea to me. I'm a fan of The Weeknd's music. Yeah, I've talked about The Weeknd before in one of the early live streams. He does a very, very good job of building like an atmosphere in his songs. Like the way they start out, it like immerses you into a little world. That's the way I feel anyway. There's definitely good things with pop music, and I feel like that's overlooked a lot. And I think if I was to do it in the way that I normally do, I could maybe shed some light on things for people that are actually open-minded. I'm gonna troll the hell out of your pop reactions under another name. Do it. If you touch anything by Ariana Grande, I will shun you. You know what? The first video that I actually did was an Ariana Grande reaction. So, there! The very first, I'm pretty sure it was the very first one. It was one of the first ones for sure. Ariana Grande is good. She's a very, very good singer. Very, very, very good singer. Some of her music, not the best, but she's one hell of a singer for sure. What are you doing? Don't do that. What are you doing?
I need something.
You don't need anything in here. Get out.
Go. Go. Go.
You actually handle trolls pretty well. Yeah, I don't get worked up about people. If people like my whole idea of people trolling people on the internet is that, like, for one, you're never going to get hated on by someone who's trying harder to be successful than you. That's 100% fact. Anyone who's actually working to better themselves and actually be successful don't have time to go onto other people's YouTube channels and comment some negative horse shit. So if people take the time out of their day to say some, even if it's just for the sake of trolling, or even if they don't actually think that or whatever, then that speaks way, way more about them than it does for me. So especially that break up with your girlfriend shit. I haven't heard that song. I haven't heard that much from her, but I've heard some of her music, and she's a very, very good singer. That's what my fiance listens to a lot. She likes Halsey, which Halsey is a very good singer as well. She has like that like cool raspy tone in her voice. I really like that sound. Off to bed, night bros. Thanks for joining. Thanks for all the support. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Keep being honest, man. At least we know you're real. Yeah, you're always going to get that from me. Like, it's just me. The eternal sayings of the parent. What are you doing? And don't do that. That wasn't my kid. That was my fiance that I was saying that to. But it's basically the same for her. Don't do that. Stop. You know the band The Contortionist? If not, you should give them a listen. I do not. I have heard of them and haven't heard them. That I know of. I'm sure I've heard something by them, but a lot of bands, I'm horrible with names. I think I said that like 5,000 times in here already. In the beginning of the stream, I'm bad with names, real bad. So, a lot of bands I've heard, or I like have heard the name around. I just haven't actually like sat down and listened to their stuff. Some of the people I've never even heard of, like heard the name of the band or heard of anything. Super progressive, which with nice singer and somewhat odd time signatures. When music gets like crazy weird, that's where it kind of leaves my brain hole. Like that Dream Theater song that I did a video on. Fixing the direction of my arm hair. Yeah. Well, this is like a 3/4 sleeve or whatever, and it was down here, and then I pushed it up a little bit, but you gotta. I don't have any hair to fix on my head, so I gotta make sure my arm hair is going the right way. It's the little things. Don't be hating on Dream Theater. I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying that song kind of sucked. I don't even remember what the song was. It's Glass something. Glass Prison or something like that. Wasn't it? There was like no direction in that song. Nothing at all. Like the singing was pretty terrible. And it was just not a good thing. I mean, I've heard nothing but good about Dream Theater, so I'm assuming that wasn't their best work. And I don't. The Devon song. I saw Dream Theater live because I wanted to see the support band. Dream Theater are not the same without Portnoy on the drums. I don't know. That's the only song I've ever heard by them, and I was not impressed. Like, you can tell that they're very good players, but that song has no direction whatsoever. Like, and that's probably the point of the song, but for me, just my personal taste and my ears, it just didn't work. And then you add that dude singing on top of it, and his voice did not match at all. Like, at all. And there was one little section in the middle of the song where they like switched to like what you would normally play, and have you reviewed Mastodon or heard them? I don't think I have. I know I haven't done a video on Mastodon, but I don't think I've heard them either. I didn't really realize how much music that I didn't hear or bands until I started this channel. The dogs are going crazy out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they're like wrestling each other and barking and trying to eat each other's face off, apparently. I've never listened to Opeth either. I know a couple people were talking about them. I've never, man, my throat. I'm getting over being sick. Like my nose was all clogged and stuff, and my throat, my tonsils are like real swollen and stuff. Every time I swallow, it feels like something like a knife just stabbing me in the jugular over here. Man. A badass power metal band is Camelot. Camelot has been suggested to me several times. I haven't ever listened to them either. Opeth does a really good cover of Wood by Alice in Chains. I think some Alice in Chains covers will be coming from me. Me and Chaotic agree you should dabble in the late 90s, early 2000s nu metal scene. That's what I grew up listening to, so that would be easy for me to dabble into. That's one thing I would like to do. Starting this week, by the way, I will only be working 3 days a week for a couple weeks because the factory has like slowed down quite a bit. So I volunteered to have an extra day off. So starting this week, I will only be working for 3 days instead of 5 like I was working. We normally work 4 10-hour days, and we were working 5 for the past year. So I was working a whole shitload of overtime. But I volunteered to have an extra day off. So a lot more videos are going to be coming. A lot of stuff is going to be out a lot quicker. And yeah. That's one thing I would like to do is do some review videos of stuff that I grew up listening to and kind of listen to it now and see if my opinion has changed or what I kind of listen to it now as. Some of that stuff, like you guys were talking about, like the late 90s, early 2000s, whenever I was young and first listening to stuff like that, really getting into music around that time. I was born in 92, so I would have been, 8 or so. That would have been right whenever I was learning to play guitar, all that stuff. That's one thing I definitely want to do. But I didn't want to start doing that stuff and take away from the review videos, reaction videos, whenever I have so many to get to. I would also like to see him go earlier to the classics. That's another thing I want to do as well. I got a lot of ideas. It's hard to get the time to get them going. Like these cover songs I've got coming. I think there's a couple people in here that weren't in here earlier. Would you guys like to hear another little snippet of my acoustic cover song? This one is One More Light by Linkin Park. It's an acoustic cover song. I did all the music, all the recording, and Jesse, Below Average Hiker, he came down to my house, recorded some vocals for it. He's good. Very, very good. Like we put a lot of harmonies in the vocals, and it's like this cover, and the way I want to make a video. I'll probably do this, by the way. I want to make a video talking about why I put certain things in this song and like it's basically what I talk about in the reaction or review videos is like I put certain things in here to just get a little bit of a emotional hit, and they're things, especially if you listen in headphones or good headphones, you're going to hear like little pulses and little hits and stuff like that. It's an acoustic song. It's obviously stripped back, you know, but it's good. It's got some stuff. Here's I'll show you the second verse. That's where everything kind of picks up a little bit.
We're quicker to pull the floor from your feet. In the kitchen, one more chair than you need. Oh, and you're angry. And you should be. It's not fair. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there.
Yeah, there's that. And the video, man. Yeah. This, like, you know how a lot of people say that are you adding harmonies or is it just layering? Jesse did all the vocals, all the harmonies, all that stuff. There's certain parts in this song where he sang 3 different harmonies along with the main vocal line. So all of it is his voice and he sang all of it. There's no auto tune, there's no fixing, no pitch correction or anything. He nailed it. Like it is all him, all his voice. There's a couple little tiny bits where it wasn't exactly perfect, and it's in there. Like we obviously spent some time and redid some lines and stuff like that just to make them as good. And like I'm an actual like music producer type. That's what I do. And like so I got the best performance from him that I thought I could get. And there's certain lines that I had him do again and like kind of coached him on how the feeling of the word needed to be basically. But he's a hell of a singer. I shot some video clips of us like while we were actually recording the song, and he's in the room singing, and like some clips of us together hanging out in the room and stuff like that. So I'll put like a little vlog type thing together. I'll probably do that mixed with the how I recorded it type of video and kind of put those together in one video and probably release that like a couple days after the song actually comes out. But my plan is to get this song and like the video edited. I was actually editing it before I started the live stream, the video, at least by next weekend, because I'll only work 3 days this week, and then I'll have 2 extra days that I wouldn't have normally had before to get it done. So plan is at least by this weekend, if not sooner. But he is very good. He has one of those voices that like it fits with anything. He can sing over heavier music. He can sing over, for one, he can scream as well or do harsh vocals. He can do that. He can sing. He has a very good sounding voice. Like my voice, whenever I sing, it's basically like I can't sing on things unless it's basically like a ballad type thing. It just doesn't fit my voice. There's something I guess I have done a little bit of harder music, but I have a little bit higher pitch of a range. So if I go too high, it sounds a little girly. But his voice is good. He's a good singer. He sings well. He's been doing it for a long time. He takes coaching very well. Like everything that I said, he took it and turned around immediately and did the damn song. And the line's perfect. Like, he's good. I'm really excited to release that. I'll show you a little tiny snippet of we got that one, which is One More Light by Linkin Park, and we also did Snuff by Slipknot, acoustic version of that. I'll show you a little snippet of that. Just kidding. That was the wrong wrong. Here it is. There's a little tiny bit of that. And I'll show you a little bit of his vocals here.
Savor every kiss. I couldn't face a life without your light, without your light. All that was ripped apart.
That's a little bit in the beginning or middle. I'll show you a little bit of the ending.
Any help, and I won't listen to your shame. You ran away, you're all the same. Angels like keep control. Ooh, my love was punished long ago. If you still care, don't ever let me know. You still care, don't ever let me know.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that. It's good. It's real good. I think like this, like I started saying this earlier and then I interrupted myself. I think like what people say about my reaction videos, about how like it just looks more professionally done and it looks better and like the audio's good and it's like edited well. I think that's going to be the separating factor as well whenever I do cover songs and stuff like that. Like, you know, whenever you click on a cover song, you're going to get an actual, legitimately recorded, played version of that song from my perspective, all that stuff. So I can't wait to start getting this shit going. That sounds absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. I agree. That one isn't mixed or anything yet. One More Light is going to come out first. Wow, is that on your Instagram? I don't know what you were referring to. I need to follow you on there. You do need to follow me on there. I love Snuff. You got to keep hitting me in the feels. That's what I kind of wanted. I wanted a couple songs to begin with that like people latch onto, especially like One More Light. Very good song, very good message, very well recorded song to begin with. Everyone knows what happened to Chester and about that whole thing, and like using that and channeling our spin on it and and releasing that to people, I think it could be one of those things that really, if I just hope people click on it. Like I want people to click on the damn video, because I know if they click on the video, they're gonna like it. Or 99% of the people who are gonna click on a video like that are gonna like it. So that's the only thing that I gotta figure out is how to get people to click on that video. And I know if they click, they're gonna be in. I hadn't seen the Rolling in the Deep cover from Linkin Park until last week. Made me cry. I've seen that. I watched a lot of One More Light, him singing One More Light. There's at a concert where he goes out into the crowd and he's basically just like hugging the whole crowd. Or not the whole crowd, obviously, but all the people that are there. He's basically just like in it, and damn, just punched me right in the, it just like reignited why I wanted to do this song. And it's just good song. And my God, the only other male made me cry was Chris Stapleton. I'm actually going to be seeing Chris Stapleton in concert in a couple months. And also, I am going to be doing a cover of Chris Stapleton, by the way. He has a song called Either Way. And that is a song that I always practice playing on guitar and singing. It has that higher range, and that's like my thing. I can't do it as well as him, obviously. He has like the best voice in the fucking world. But Chris Stapleton's song called Either Way, I will be doing a cover of that at some point. And I will be singing it, I will be playing it, I will be doing all that. Chris Cornell tribute Chester did. One More Light was so emotional. Yes. I watched that probably like 100 times. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Chris Stapleton has an ungodly voice. His music is phenomenal. I agree. He's very, very, very good. My brother, I have a brother that looks almost like me. He's not my next older brother, but the one above that. My, not older brother, but my older brother. He has like almost borderline unhealthy obsession with Chris Stapleton. And for a long time, like, Chris Stapleton like blew up, and the majority of the time, things that just completely take off, I don't like. Like, I don't even want any part of it. Like, if 7 billion people like this, it normally isn't for me. So I just didn't even tune in to the whole Chris Stapleton show as it took off and stuff. And my brother he would send me links to Chris Stapleton songs and stuff like that. My brother has absolutely no musical talent whatsoever. I'm the only musician in my whole entire family, basically. Like my older cousin, he played guitar way back in the day, and that was why I actually started playing guitar. I talked about that in my Q&A videos, so if you haven't watched those, watch those. A lot of people didn't watch those. They only got like 200 views, but I think they were really cool. What was I even saying? Jesus. Sidetracking myself. Anyways, basically the only musician, but my brother is obsessed with Chris Stapleton, and he just kept sending me links, and I finally clicked on one, and I was like, damn, why didn't I check this out sooner? Then I went back and like watched all his videos and all that stuff. Went and bought an acoustic guitar and started practicing playing and singing some of his music. And it's one of the only times where I ever regretted not checking out someone a lot sooner. Not a musician, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. I don't know what that even means. Ready for the Buried Tomorrow reaction when you get to it? His song Parachute is probably my absolute favorite. The song Either Way is probably my favorite that I've heard from him. I haven't heard all of his music yet. I listened to like a handful of songs and then like listened to them and got like a whole feel for them and what he was doing with it. Let me see. Let me grab my acoustic real quick. Oh. I just like how that sounds. Like, a lot. And it's easy. It's easy to play. It's hard to play and sing that at the same time, though. I like that. I like it a lot. Anyways, one of these days, you'll see something about a metal dude covering a country song by Chris Stapleton. Should listen to Parachute if you haven't. I'm pretty sure I have heard Parachute. What are you listening to? That's one of the ones that I've heard. The version of him just playing that He's on like some radio station or something. That video of him playing it has way more views than the actual official video for the song does, because it's miles better than the recorded version. It's good. Really good. I can't wait to go to that show. I'm going to bring my camera as long as they let me. It's not until, I think it's in October, that I'm going to see him. So I'm hoping I can get my camera in there, get some really cool video. Play some Stained. Hold on. That's not how that goes. I don't remember the chords for that. I actually I actually played and sang that song several times. Outside by Stains. That's another one I would like to do a cover of. Play Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. Let's see if I remember how to play this. There you go. Haven't played that since I was like 12 years old. Maybe you've seen Aaron drunk screaming and botching. It's been a while. Cringeworthy. I have. I watched that video. It's funny. I still love Aaron. Media are trying so hard to tear him apart. The best song that I think I've heard by that dude is he did a cover of What Hurts the Most. That was an emotional song and performance. It's been years ago that he actually did it. Whenever he was like at his absolute best singing. It was really good. Cold, Flaw, Stain, my favorite clean emotional rock bands. There's a song by Flaw. It was like one of my favorite songs ever whenever I was growing up. And that's one of the only songs that I knew by them. I can't remember what the name of it was, but man. You want to hear some of the, it's in a different tuning, but some of the clean stuff for my music coming up? the finger picking and all that. There's a little bit. That cover of What Hurts the Most is the best. Are you talking about Best I Am by Flaw? I can't remember what the title of the song is. I'm horrible with titles. Oh. It could be. I'm not as familiar with the whole Slipknot ordeal. Someone asked me about that last week. Any Chevelle fan? I heard a lot of Chevelle back whenever I was listening to all those bands we were just talking about. Not really since. That's the type of stuff that I was talking about, going back and revisiting. Like Flaw and Chevelle and like old school Linkin Park stuff. That sort of stuff. Old Disturbed, maybe. Go back and revisit some of that with like fresh ears now. And do like a review. Crossfade. I'll probably actually be doing a cover of Cold by Crossfade soon. The acoustic covers and stuff like that, I'll probably be rolling those out as soon as I get done being sick here and actually back to where I can sing halfway decent. I've been practicing that a lot. Let's see. If I wasn't horribly nasally right now, I would sing that. That's when I can actually sing and play at the same time. I'm not even going to attempt though. Not with golf ball sized shit in my throat. Have you ever heard of Emory? I have not. There was that. What was that one really, really good popular song by Incubus? I think it was like Drive or something like that. Something similar to that. You're thinking of the band named 10 Years, Danielle. That band I know. They had the song called Wasteland. It went like this. Whoop. That's not right. I'm off on my. I'm not sure how to do that. I don't remember. It's been like 10 years since I've tried to play any of those. This is just all from memory. Here we are with your obsession. Yeah. Drive. Yeah, Drive was a song by. Let's see. I can't remember. Breaking Benjamin, Diary of Jane. Something like that. I don't remember, that could be wrong. Breaking Benjamin was one of my favorite bands back in the day. I can't remember how that goes. So Cold by Breaking Benjamin. There it is. That's the beginning. I don't remember. There's a bass line that comes in there. Something like that. I made up an acoustic song like a long time ago. It's in the similar style as all this stuff. I can't remember. It had like that alternative rock type vibe. It's like something like that. And then there was like a lead over the top of that sounded real cool. That was one of those songs I made up whenever I was like 12 years old in my parents' basement. I like the way it sounds though. I've always liked that, but I've never used it for anything. Anyways, if you hear that on my new music, then this is where the spark came from again. I can't wait to have like a full thing of my music fully done and fully released. I can't wait. Just Jammed in the Air Tonight cover from Nonpoint. I've heard that. Just Staying Alone hits. Fill up like 20 spots. I love that guitar piece. You should put it to use. I had, before I even got these computers that I have had for like 3 or 4 years, I had an older computer and I had over 100 whole songs done. Whole songs written. But they were all like that style. Yeah, I can't remember most of them. Shinedown is another band that I would like to do a cover of. They have a song called 45, and that song I have some videos of me on my phone playing and singing it. It's very, very hard. They go high, real high. That guy's voice is crazy. That's like that alone just sounds really, really good. I've always liked that little. Yeah, that song. That'll be like all these that I'm talking about. These are what is going to be done acoustically. I think like those old like the songs that I at least grew up with. I know there's a couple of you guys that are a little bit older, but those songs are what I grew up playing. When I was learning guitar like that, whenever those were released, that's whenever I was like learning all this stuff on guitar. So it's like it has a special part. Love the acoustic. Should play more on the live stream. I can play whatever. My memory is horrible memory. But the only thing I seem to be able to actually remember is music. Like all that stuff. I haven't played that stuff in forever. I used to do that to warm up, by the way. I played that for hours and hours and hours in my room as a little kid. Then that goes into like this little Indian sounding thing. It's like used to do that. I remember I think one of the times in the live stream we were talking about John Denver, and I actually, whenever I was really young, my mom has always really liked John Denver, and she asked me to learn how to play Country Roads Take Me Home or whatever the song actual title is. But I actually learned that way back then. I learned it on guitar, and my mom thought that was like the coolest thing in the world. I was 8 years old and playing the song that my mom wanted, and she thought that was like really cool back then. So I think it was like a month ago, I learned it again, and I played it and sang it and videoed it on my phone and put it on my personal Facebook page and put tagged my mom in it. It was pretty cool to like have that come full circle. But that's one thing I would like to. I just want to like adventure songs, basically. Like all these old things that we're talking about right now, old, I guess, in quotation, old music. Like what I can do with it, just do it for fun, but like do it well, and put out covers, do that sort of thing on top of the reaction music or reaction videos that I do. Seether, that was another. Let's see if I can remember this one. Hold on. Whoops. probably be another. That song's really good. Amy Lee coming into that song and singing, man. Whenever I was a little kid, I had the biggest damn crush on Amy Lee in the world, I think. If only I could get her to do a duet with me on that song. I think I talked about this in one of the other live streams not very long ago, but there's apparently, I think late last year, she did a concert with just her and a piano and like a whole orchestra behind her instead of having all the band and all that stuff. And it was crazy, crazy, crazy good. If you're a fan of Amy Lee, I would 100% check that out if I were you. I think they did a DVD with it. I don't know for sure, but it's on iTunes, or not iTunes, Spotify. I know it's on there. If you type in Evanescence and go to the artist page, they have that whole concert on there. I listened to that like all the way through at work the other day. Just put in some wireless headphones and painting boats and listening to Amy Lee sing in my ear. I actually have a couple like strictly acoustic songs of mine back in the day. Whenever I had my band in high school, the drummer I had in that band, his older brother was actually in prison, and then he got out of prison, like straightened up his life, and like turned into a really good guy. And whenever he was in prison, he wrote some songs like lyrically, and he whenever he got out, started straightening up his life and everything, we didn't have a singer in the band, so we had him sing in the band. He was an okay singer, but he had some pretty good, pretty deep lyrics and stuff that he had written in prison, where he thought he wasn't ever going to be able to see his family again, and he thought he was basically just going to die in there. So I have a song, I wrote an acoustic song way back then, and that's one that I was thinking about maybe recording a good version of that and putting it as like a bonus song, or like, I think whenever I do my whole album and stuff, I think I'm gonna have different versions of it, like the album itself, and then have like a more deluxe type version where you get some of my old songs and stuff like that, like some of my old songs along with this new album, all of it, and then maybe like either on that one or have another one where you get like, maybe like you order the album with the deluxe version and a shirt or something like that in it, all packaged up and stuff like that, and include like some of the old acoustic songs and like redo them now, re-record them. I think that'd be cool. But like put the prices to where it'd be like a good deal to get that higher version. Did you ever listen to Hawthorne Heights back in the day? I didn't. I remember hearing that name. Please don't hang me, but I could never get into Evanescence or Amy. That's completely... It's just personal preference, like I always say. I understand why some people wouldn't like her or wouldn't like that sound, but to me, it was like listening to her talking voice, her speaking voice, versus listening to her sing. It's like two different worlds completely. And I find that very fascinating. There's not a lot of singers, like usually if you hear someone sing, like Corey Taylor, for instance, you hear him talk and then hear him sing, like his actual singing voice, and that's definitely that voice. But her, you hear her talk and then what she sings like, and there's no similarity. Danielle, going to get off here for the night. Thanks for joining. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you always being here when you can. Have a good night. Get some rest. Sleepy time, all that. I don't remember how that Incubus song called Drive. I used to know how to play that. I don't remember how it goes. I can't hear it in my head. It sounds like it went something like that. I don't remember. I'd have to hear it a couple more times. I haven't heard that song in forever, let alone try to play it. I remember that they had another song too that they did like an acoustic version of it. I can't remember. Pardon Me, maybe? Yeah, that was it. Pardon me. Pardon me while I burst into flames. I've had enough of the world and its people's mindless games, or something like that. That's how the lyrics went. I used to play that as well. Headstrong. I thought about going both ways with this whole back traveling sort of music thing. Do some acoustic covers of some of these songs, like we're talking about, Shine Down, all that stuff. Doing that acoustically, and then taking songs like that song, Headstrong, and making it like metal, like what it would be like if it was actually made today, like a good heavy version of that song. That thing. So there'll probably be some both ways, some softer covers and some heavy covers as well. Take songs like that we used to jam out to and make it like real good. Mick's gonna go. Try to watch another terrible movie with your daughter. Oh, that's funny. Have a good night, man. Get some good sleep. In Flames is really the only ones that's still making it from that era. There's a. Did any of you ever know what happened to like Crossfade? I remember they were like really, really big, and then all of a sudden they just like dropped off of the planet. Breaking Benjamin is still going good. I would say Breaking Benjamin is going good, considering their guitarist sued the whole rest of the band and then kicked them all out. But they did replace, or I guess he replaced all the members and is now going strong. Ugh. Cold by Crossfade. Yeah, whatever happened, like, I know they did awesome stream. Catch you on the next one, brother. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for always supporting, Mick. Have a great, terrible movie with your daughter. Oh, man. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. By the way, let's see if it's actually officially there now. Yes. We currently, on the YouTube channel, are up to 6,894 subscribers. So we are 6 subscribers away from 6,900. And we have crossed 700,000 views, which is crazy. Crazy. Oh, yeah. Thanks. That's all support from you guys, so it's just crazy going in and looking at like the countries that I've been viewed in and stuff. It's crazy to me. Like I've never been to most of the United States where I'm from, and like to have people from everywhere basically. You're not alone above Earth anymore. Like my therapy here, The United States has now taken back the number one spot for my most watched country. The United States, Finland, Germany, United Kingdom, Canada, Sweden, Australia, Brazil, Netherlands, France, Norway, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Italy, Mexico, Spain, Portugal, Denmark, Argentina, Greece, Switzerland, Indonesia, Romania, Austria, Hungary, India, Belgium, Japan, New Zealand, Serbia, Philippines, South Africa, Croatia, Bulgaria, Turkey, Colombia, Malaysia, Slovenia, Slovakia, Ireland, Israel, Estonia, Belarus, Lithuania, Costa Rica, Singapore, Peru. It's fucking crazy. And it keeps going. There's 2 more pages of these. Latvia, Malta, Iceland, Thailand, Bangladesh, Egypt, Guatemala, Afghanistan, Albania, Armenia, Bosnia, Cyprus, Algeria, South Korea, Moldova, Panama, Puerto Rico, El Salvador, Taiwan. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Someone else leave? Is that Garth? Garth left? We're going to be taking over the world. Is basically what I'm getting at. Your wife is funny. She's kind of funny. I'm glad I have like an actual, like I have like an actual good base audience as well. Like you guys are in the live streams, and then like whenever I put up a video, I have a lot of the core group of people that are in every video in the comments and stuff, and the support's freaking crazy. For someone who has never really traveled, I've never really been a lot of places and stuff like that. I've never really had anything like that. So to just see that, it makes me like feel good that like things are getting out and people are watching. It's crazy though. Like mind blowing crazy. You're my biggest fan. I don't like that's one thing I don't really refer to anybody as my fan. I don't think I've ever really used that. I pretty sure I normally just say like people that support me, I guess. Cuz you guys are like support. Not I don't think of myself as having fans, I guess. I don't know if I ever really would. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it is from other perspective or whatever. But like the people that I support, I watch their YouTube videos and stuff like that. I don't really find like a fan isn't something I think of myself as or think of other people being fans of me. it's like I'm supporting this person. Like I'm putting time into supporting this person, and just like the same as you guys are putting time into supporting me, I don't feel like that's really like a fan, so to speak. I don't know. I don't know how that works. It's more of like a group community of people to me. Tyler Day. Sorry I'm super late. That's all right. Thanks for being here. Release the content and we will share. You can do it. I will do it. It will be out very soon. What content? I've got some cover songs coming. I'm going to be doing. I have. The first one is going to be One More Light by Linkin Park. I did a cover of that with my good friend Jesse, who is Below Average Hiker here on YouTube. And it's really, really good. Really, really excited. I shot a good video for it. The song is completely done, and it will be up and ready sometime this week, or at the latest by this coming weekend. I showed a little snippet earlier to the people that were in here, and everyone says that it sounded really good. So I can't wait. I can't wait to start showing what I can do in that regard as well. More than just reaction videos, and like get myself out there as an artist, a musician, and like songwriter and recording engineer, all that stuff. I wrote all the music, or I guess covered all the music, and recorded everything here in this room that you guys see me in all the time. Everything was done right here in this room. Jesse came down to my house here and recorded vocals right over there, and he killed it. Like, he did a very, very good job. He's a good guy, really good guy, a lot of talent. He's good. I'm glad that he did it with me as well, and he has one of those voices that's just like good with everything. Like, he can sing anything, and it sounds good. It might not be the best possible sound for that song or whatever, but he can sing everything and make it sound good. And he's very good with harmonies with his voice and stuff like that. So we layered his voice with harmonies and stuff like that in these songs, so it gives it a little bit different feel from what the original had. And I put some different things in the songs that add a little bit of weight, emotional weight, I think, anyways, that I like. Whenever I listen to the original song, I would have wanted that if that would have been my song. So that's basically how I'm making these covers and stuff like that. Just, if I was to write this song, what would it be? And that's how I'm going to go about doing that. But I'm very, very excited for you guys to actually hear the full thing and like see the video with it. I can't wait. Hopefully that'll open some doors as well on the channel as far as collaborating with people. If nothing else, just being creative that way. Music, writing music and all that stuff, recording music, that's been my passion forever, since I was 8 years old. So to finally be doing some of that and releasing it and have people actually watching and actually caring about it, and it's incredible. Really, really like it. Really, really stoked, as the children say these days, to finally release some of this stuff. Here, I'll show you a tiny little snippet real quick.
The floor from your feet.
This is One More Light.
In the kitchen, one more chair than you need. Oh, and you're angry, and you should be. It's not fair.
There's a little bit of that. It's going to be really, really good. Really, really good. I'm really excited. Go. No. No. Oh. Do you put your own interpretation to the lyrics to get yourself emotionally involved? No. No. Like if are you familiar with One More Light by Linkin Park? If you're not familiar, you should go listen to it. And I don't think in any way if you don't feel something listening to that song, you're probably not human. Like I'm not a big emotional guy, like as far as like outpouring emotion and stuff like that. I keep myself pretty controlled. But that song like hits me, especially knowing like what happened to him shortly after and stuff like that. Like and for one, I'm not singing these. Like I didn't sing these. Jesse did all the vocals for it. So but I did kind of coach him a little bit as far as like we did some of the lines and there's certain little nuances and stuff like that that I kind of wanted in the vocal and he nailed it. Like he did it good. That kind of hopeless feeling of what that song pretty much describes, and I think that he nailed it. So I'm excited for you guys to hear and see. I shot him, not shot him. I shot a video of him singing it, and I shot some video of me playing guitar and stuff. So the video is gonna be like an actual music video, basically. And I'm excited. That will be out sometime this week, sometime this coming week, or at least by the weekend. It'll be out. So excited for that. Whenever I post that, I'm gonna try my hardest to get everyone that sees it to share it with other people, share it on Facebook, share it with your friends, show them, tag them in it, anything like that. Get that as far spread as possible, and like help more people see it and more people see the channel and see what we're doing and what I'm trying to do here. And like I think I said this earlier, I think if like especially that song and the way we did it, I think if we can get people to click it and start watching, they're going to be in. They're going to be in and hooked. I personally don't see any way if you're going to click on One More Light by Linkin Park, I don't think you're going to leave unsatisfied, is I guess what I'm saying. So we have One More Light by Linkin Park. That'll be the first one released. And we also recorded Snuff by Slipknot, acoustic version of that. And those will both be out. One More Light will be first, and then Snuff will be sometime later. Both of them are recorded. One More Light is all the way done. And I just have to mix Snuff a little bit. It's got a couple different instruments in it. So I just got to balance out all the sounds, mix that all up, and get it ready. Anyways, we've been at this for 3 hours now. I'm going to go ahead and call this stream to an end. I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me here on this stream. Special shout out again to John Huff for the $50 super chat. You are incredible. Thank you for that. Thank you for being so nice to my mom whenever she was in here and saying those nice things. That's, I'm sure, really, really cool for her to hear as well. And it's really cool for me to see as also. So seriously, from the bottom of my cold, hard little heart over here, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for always supporting. I can't wait to see your guys' reaction to my music and these covers that we're going to put out and stuff like that. And as always, I appreciate all the support on everything that I do, everything that you guys click on all the time. Your time means the world to me. So thank you for the support, as always. And next Saturday, by the way, next Saturday, you guys that are in here are normally in here. Next Saturday, I'm going to be doing photography for a wedding, and I won't be able to do a stream next Saturday. I'll be gone from 6 o'clock in the morning until about 9 o'clock at night, and that's going to be a whole day thing. Got to travel several hours to get to the place, and then shooting all day, and then several hours back. So I won't be doing a stream next Saturday. I'll post a post about this on the community tab and everything and try to make it as known as possible. I might try to do a stream one of the other days, but it just depends on what else is going on. So thank you guys. Thank you for all the support as always. And hopefully see you probably tomorrow, probably with a new video. Probably.